So I actually killed this pig this morning with an Atlatl, but I didn't hit a good square shot on the shoulder or even close behind the shoulder to see how these Atlatl darts would really penetrate on one that was hit properly. I mean, yeah, I did get this one, but it was not the best hit ever, and we hit more of a softer spot. And so right now we're going to do a little bit of a test. What's really important, I think, all the time is trying to learn more about things and doing penetration tests before going out and potentially making a further mistake. And while I've done some penetration tests before with the Atlatl, I've not done one on a freshly killed pig. And so we're going to step back here and try to put this pretty well right in the kill zone and just kind of see how this Atlatl does penetration wise. Alright, so we got full penetration on it. It's really only meant to go to this foreshaft, and that's what happened. It hit and stopped, and that's actually what we want. So the foreshaft can then come off. So we got to pretty much all the way pass through on that. It did break a little bit off the stone point. And I would like to try to do another one hitting right here. I'm going to resharpen this one and reuse it because it's not bad. And this would have been a little far back. This would have still got him. I think his lungs are going to be up into here. They don't go as far back as a deer. But now let's see, because we know it'll penetrate rib cage. Let's see if we can actually hit that shoulder and see what it takes to stop this Atlatl. So you're not going to get much more of a shoulder hit than that. That's right on. I can feel hard bone right here. That's its leg bone. It comes up right here and then over. And I'll be curious to see when I skin this out what this actually hit. But it penetrated out the other side of this, and that shows you, see, pull it all the way through the other side, that got complete penetration. And it broke the point again, and it ripped the sinew off. And to rip the sinew off tells me it got a hold of something good in their bone and probably raked it back. But we'll go ahead and skin this out and we'll see what it hit. Hopefully we did hit a little bit of bone, but just the same, going through all this shoulder muscle, this hard shoulder muscle, this hard shield, it's not going to be great big on this one, but that shows that we can get through. Now it is, right here is a little harder than up here. We definitely hit something good, but not super hard. But let's stand back one more time. And even though this point's messed up, it's probably not going to do us a whole good. Let's see if we can hit it back here a little bit more, right on that hard spot. Well, we hit right on the bone that time. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And we really did not get that far. Lost the point. But all in all, we got in about that far. And of course, that was on a damaged point. Had the tip broke off, so that was going to count against us. So we may have got in there and got one lung. I would not specifically want to hit one right on the shoulder like that, but I think with a good sharp point, one that hadn't had the tip broke off, I think we might still get in there and get them killed on the shoulder. But again, let's not aim for the shoulder. Let's aim behind the shoulder and try to put it right in that perfect kill zone, not on the shoulder blade. Alright, well here is that scapula that we just did the penetration test on, and this was the first shot. Went right through the webbing here, this thinner part, so it went through all this muscle and actually broke through. And remember, this is the one we got full penetration out the other side, so we can actually get through that. That's not a problem. And this is that top one that stopped us, and it actually didn't. We went all the way through, and while I was taking the shoulder off, it made a lot more sense. So while it did go through the shoulder here, what stopped it was it hit a main big old piece of vertebrae square on. So it didn't have enough, especially with the broken tip, to go all the way through the shoulder and the spine at that point, where you may have done fine penetrating the scapula by itself, and you may have done fine penetrating the vertebrae by itself, but we couldn't muster getting through both. But that's pretty good, considering I've had arrows turned away by hitting shoulder blades before, especially on pigs that have all that muscle, usually have a little bit of a shield of some sort, And this one managed to power through it with the Atlatl. And it goes to show you that sometimes speed isn't everything. You get all that kinetic energy and inertia build up in those big heavy darts, and that's why I like those real long 9.5 foot darts, have all that weight behind it.